What's up, guys? So today I'm here with my 2004 WRX Wagon, as you can see, and I just want to do a quick walk around of it and show you guys some of the stuff I've been doing over the past 3 years with it. Let me overlay some footage of what it looked like back when I got it.
This the shit that never running, they always pretending that could kinda send and they mind what I'm bending. Just imagine like Lennon that we living like long division. My vision is risen, shout out my homie in prison. Shit is deeper than an incision on the lower level. Word of the devil, I can feel the trouble inside. Telling me what to do, I never abide. Feel the vibe, the second we ride, you know we know just how to do it. My style, they can never renew.
Alright, so the changes I've made, obviously. Let's start off with the wheels. I have 17 by 10 NKR PF1s plus 18 offset with an 8mm spacer up front, no spacer in the rear. As you can see, fitment's nice and flush, both front and rear. And the reason why I have a spacer in the back, spacer in the front and not in the rear is because these flares here, the LIC rear fender flares, are less wide than my RPG carbon front flares. Other than that, I have 2007 STI Brembos all around with max brakes, rotors, and pads, and also in the rear, as you can see. The tires I have are Hankook Ventus RS4s, and they're 255/40/17. The reason I chose these tires are because they're 200 tread wear, so I drive the car every day. It's my daily. I wanted these to last, and so I went with the RS4. And I mean, they're still pretty thick. So let's take a look at the interior. Nothing too crazy other than the STI seats. I'm not sure what versions these are. I'm pretty sure they're just version 4, but I have my Cobb access port V3. I have a 2007 STI drivetrain, so it's a 6-speed. We have an IAG transmission mount and a billet works shift knob. Other than that, stock steering wheel and JDM hazard button for the memes. But other than that, nothing too special about the interior. I have a Cusco Type 1 lip, I believe, and as you can see, it is unfortunately cracked in the front. But that's because this car sits pretty low to the ground, and it's a little hard to, in my area, it's a little hard to avoid that. That spot was from the highway, and this was from another drive. But anyway, I will be repairing that in the future, as well as painting my STI hood scoop and the side skirts at the same time. The paint's actually pretty good, other than in some places, of course, like this fender, not good. The roof is terrible, but I do have plans to wrap this roof and also paint the fender at the same time as the hood scoop and the side skirts. Let's move to the front of the car. Let's check out the engine bay, which is pretty much the most modified part about this car. So let's take a look. An EJ207 block with EJ205 heads, USDM heads, so no AVCS, but it is a fully built 2.1 liter stroker using Manley Platinum pistons as well as Manley H-Tough rods, Turbo Tough rods, 2019 STI crankshaft, nitride coated, whatever. That is the way you make a 2.1 stroker. Other than that, the cams are stock. I do have GSC valve guides, valve stems, and I also have Manley springs and retainers. All the bearings in the car are ACL race bearings. I have about 5,000 kilometers on this engine. I just recently finished the break-in, so we will be going to the dyno shortly. My appointment's in about a month, but I have a few things to do before that time. This is a Garrett G25 660 with the .72 housing. All of the piping is done by my very talented fabricator, Matt Morgado at GT Custom, and his team. I do have a video up on the channel showcasing that entire process if you guys do want to have a look, if you're interested. Other than that, all of the material is titanium, and it is vibrant performance titanium. And on the bottom, if you pop off the cover here, I do have aluminum. That's mainly for heat dissipation and also just to save costs on material because titanium ain't cheap. I do have, instead of silicone couplers, we have Vibrant Performance HD clamps, which makes servicing this thing so easy. You can literally pull off the pipe in one motion, one hand, no problem whatsoever. We have a stock intake manifold, powder coated wrinkle black, AVO TGV deletes, wrinkle red, IAG fuel rails with vibrant PTFE parallel fuel lines, a vibrant AN radiator hose attached to a Koyo-Rad radiator, radium fuel pressure gauge, radium fuel pressure regulator, radium fuel filter, GFB blow-off valve with a custom machine flange from GT Custom, custom overflow with a vibrant performance cap. We have IAG expansion tank, an IAG AOS with PTFE, as well as AN and various just vacuum hose, regular vacuum hose, a lightweight crank pulley, as well as a competition clutch, stage 3 dual friction, as well as a competition clutch lightweight flywheel. All the fuel lines are PTFE. PTFE is very reliable with all types of fuels, even though I'm only going to be running 94 pump gas through this car for the most part. Still good to have. I'm hoping to make about 400 to 450 with this car. This turbo might be a little bit harder, but for street driving, I think it'll be the perfect turbo. Right there. That is a GT Custom equal length header, Cerakoted black, as well as all of my exhaust piping and whatnot is Cerakoted black. Just to keep that clean look, as well as to, you know, avoid rust on the turbo housing and whatnot. Custom 3-inch downpipe, catless, precision, 46 mil wastegate right down there. So hopefully the bigger wastegate helps with a little bit of top end power as well as boost creep, so we don't have any of that kind of stuff. I gotta clean it. I'm planning to just bag off the engine pretty much and just spray that firewall nice and clean. So when you're looking at it, it's nice and pretty, I guess, because right now it's not the best. The coilovers I have on the car are BC Racing coilovers, BR series. When I did the full drivetrain swap to put the Brembos on, I just had to change the front lower mounts for the coilovers to fit 2007 STI hubs on the WRX coilovers. In the rear, you don't have to change anything, which is real nice. Take a look under the car. Rust, ignore that, I'll be fixing that shortly. Vibrant flat black muffler and a vibrant bottle style resonator. White line lateral links, as well as a Cusco sway bar, R180 diff, and a version 9 JDM subframe with metal bushings. So solid mount bushings make the rear end swap a lot easier. It's less to deal with. Just pick yourself up a JDM subframe from any importer and it makes the job a lot easier. Just because you don't have to like replace the bushings, nothing, because they're just solid mounted. It does make the driving a little bit worse, just a little bit shakier, but if you have DCCD, which I'll be getting onto that shortly, it'll make everything feel normal. In the upcoming weeks, I plan to get a MAP DCCD controller wired in. Other than that, guys, this was just a quick walk around of the car. I know, quick. If you guys like this, leave a like on the video. Please subscribe. We got lots of content coming, and I'm very excited that this car will be finally pushing some boost very shortly. And there will be a video on that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If I didn't cover anything and I missed anything, leave it down in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one.